Lanka's southeast holds the world's highest concentration of leopards in the world. Our journey today begins in Colombo, traveling southeast to Yala National Park. Yala is home to 44 varieties of mammal and 215 bird species. Among iconic leopards that Yala is renowned for, the park is also home to elephants, different species of deer, crocodiles, and exotic bird species. We set out early from Colombo at 3 a.m. and the main gate to the park is a 3 to 4 hour drive depending on road conditions and stops along the way. The main gate to accessing Block 1 of the park is the Palatupana entrance and is located around 275 kilometers from Colombo. Spotting a leopard here is not guaranteed. It's all about timing, patience, and luck. So for all you viewers that are wanting to appreciate the elegance and beauty of a wild leopard, this video is for you. I will take you through 4 days of safari, stay in a remote lodge, and experience the treasures of Sri Lanka's raw and untamed wild. We are staying inside the borders of the park in a state-maintained wildlife bungalow. Our bungalow for this trip is the new Buttawa bungalow and is located 11 kilometers from the main entrance. There are just a handful of bungalows located within the border of the park. You can see the lodges circled on the map. These lodges can be booked online through the Department of Wildlife website. Lodges inside the park are rather challenging to book purely because of the demand for the bungalows and their advantageous locations within the park. New Buttawa was constructed by the third president of Sri Lanka. It served as his lodge of choice during his visits to the park. We are now driving past the outside of the bungalow. The location is pretty remote. If you are planning a stay, be prepared for the basics. The bungalow opens up to this view of beautiful Indian Ocean. While swimming is not common due to how rough the ocean is, the sky and sunrises are breathtaking. Listening to endless crashing waves and staring into the horizon of the deep blue Indian Ocean provides for a great wind down between safari runs. You will see flocks of little tern perched on the rocks nearby. They are a local breeder in the southern coast, and when they take flight, it's a beautiful sight to capture. This is New Buttawa from the outside, almost camouflaged by the fauna around. The bungalow has no windows, so bugs and insects are a nightly reality, and mosquito nets are an absolute must. This is our choice of room, but if you're feeling uneasy about wild animals paying us a visit, there are individual rooms you can lock yourself up in. On rainy or cloudy days, the bungalow has no electricity generated from a tiny solar panel. Here's us charging our camera batteries using an inverter. Be prepared to go off-grid once your battery runs dry. The bungalow has its fair share of visitors. Squirrels, for example, who are surprisingly skilled at stealing food and practicing what looks like parkour. Birds also make themselves at home building nests in quiet corners. Today we are greeted by a frequent visitor to the bungalow, a majestic elephant called Kumara. Like the squirrels, Kumara also roams around looking for food. Elephants are incredibly intelligent creatures, and if they get accustomed to being fed by humans, it can lead to frustration when no food is provided. For the safety of both the animals and the people, it is always best to let them find food naturally. Elephants are known for their intelligence, memory, and empathy, and are often regarded as some of the smartest and kindest animals in the world. The human-elephant conflict is a large threat to both species in certain rural areas of Sri Lanka. About 250 elephants and 80 people die each year, and property is also destroyed. In 2020, the Department of Wildlife Conservation estimated that there were 7,000 elephants in the country. The department's official records show that more than 361 elephants were killed in 2019. Sri Lanka has the highest number of elephant kills of any country in the world. After making a full round of the bungalow and being unsuccessful in his attempts of finding any food, Kumara carries on to the waterhole next to the bungalow. We left him to his peace and it was time for our evening safari run. Our driver for this trip, Varuna, is a veteran in this game and knows the park road system at the back of his hand. With Lahiru, our game guide by his side, the two form a great team as they guide us through the park in search of majestic leopards Yala is famous for. The roads and the dense forest on both sides are full of stories that we may see with a bit of luck. The common sight of lush greenery and the sunlight streaming through the trees creates a magical atmosphere, almost like stepping into a painting. Yala is teeming with wildlife. You will be sure to see grazing elephants, playful foxes, and an array of vibrant bird life. It's a peaceful yet lively reminder of why Yala is so special. Not long into our drive, we hit what you might call a Yala traffic jam. This is no ordinary traffic. In Yala, when jeeps gather like this, it usually means only one thing. A leopard is nearby. After some careful surveillance and chatting with other guides, our cameras are able to spot Lucas waking up from his afternoon nap. Leopards in Yala are known for their treetop lounging habits. They rest on branches to escape the harsh sunlight, enjoying the cool shade the trees offer. Naturally lazy creatures, leopards spend most of their day sleeping and reserve their hunting for the night. Discouraged by the number of jeeps and Lucas's reluctance to leave his nap spot, we headed away from the traffic. As we drive around looking for our next sighting, Varuna receives a phone call. More often than not, that phone call is a tip to let other drivers know of a possible leopard sighting in the park. Soon enough, we figure out that other jeeps also receive that same phone call. In the distance, we see what the fuss is about. Afternoon naps and leopards are synonymous. With no hopes of climbing back down anytime soon, this leopard is literally beyond its wildest dreams. We stay patient and weather the storm of passing jeeps, hoping that our patience would pay off when this leopard decides to wake up from his nap. We lingered for as long as we could, hoping for movement or action, but as the sun began to set, we had to make our way back to the bungalow. Day one of our safari comes to a close, and after a long day of travel and adventure, we decided to turn in early. Tomorrow promises an early start, and we'll be ready to catch the sunrise over this beautiful park. We wake up to the sounds of nature, and with eager hearts, we make our way up to the rooftop above the bungalow. My GoPro tries its best to capture the fiery skies of sunrise stretching over the ocean. We only have a few minutes to soak in this magical moment before it's time to gear up for our morning safari. The soft, sandy jungle roads that we're on is anything but smooth. It's bumpy, jarring, and the perfect wake-up call if you were running late and did not have time to make yourself a coffee. On today's agenda, we're collecting some fruits and something uniquely Sri Lankan, buffalo curd. Buffalo curd is a popular traditional dairy product made from buffalo milk. It's typically enjoyed with sugar or a luscious palm sugar trickle called kitul. The areas around Yala are famous for producing some of the best curd in the country, so it's a must try when you're here. On our way back, we were lucky enough to spot an elephant enjoying a leisurely bath. As we make our way through forest roads, we pass other safari jeeps, all searching for leopards like us. It's not an easy job, and sometimes the leopards remain very elusive. With no sightings on this run, we head back to the bungalow for the night. To end the day, we cooked up a barbecue with our drivers and game guides under a sky full of stars. Sitting around, we shared stories, connected, and listened to their experiences growing up in the wild. Safari driving and game guiding is more than a job for them, it's a way of life.
Good morning.
It's our third morning, and we continue our ritual of making our way near the ocean to watch the sunrise. While driving out this morning, we came across fresh paw prints right next to our bungalow. Our driver mentioned that a leopard likely passed through not too long ago. Just seeing paw prints is exciting. It's a reminder of how close we are to these incredible creatures. This morning, luck is on our side. Right on the road drinking water. At first, you might not see it clearly through my GoPro, but through the lens of my camera, there is no other view you would want than this. We run into Lucas once again. The same male leopard we saw on our first day resting on a tree. Lucas is a well-known male leopard in Yala. You can recognize him by the scars around his left eye, a testament to the battles he's fought. As we watch quietly, Lucas stands to cross the road, but pauses to look back at us, the first jeep to interrupt his morning routine. For the next 45 minutes, Lucas put on an absolute show. He lay on the sand, rolled around, and looked completely at ease, rewarding our early morning wake up with this rare sight. As an oncoming jeep approaches us, our tracker advises the jeep to stop at a distance. Lucas was not fully settled, and too much commotion might have driven him away. But Lucas was not bothered. He stayed in his element, giving us a front row seat to his relaxed morning. Eventually, as more jeeps started to arrive, Lucas sensed the crowd building up and disappeared back into the forest. After the incredible start to our day, we moved around the park looking for more opportunities. Leopard spotting takes time, patience, and a lot of waiting. There are moments where we stop for hours, waiting and hoping to catch one climbing down from a tree or emerging from the bushes. Not all sightings you will have will be as clear as your previous ones. That's just how it goes in the wild. It's a waiting game. Patience and persistence does pay off. Closer to the end of the day, we spotted Lucas again. This time he was crossing the road. His appearance was brief. There was a wild boar nearby, and Lucas did not want to draw any attention. With his stealth and grace, he quickly disappeared into the forest once more. So day 3 gave us not one but 2 sightings of Lucas, and that's more than I could have asked for. Each moment spent here reminds me of why Yala is a treasure. Who knows what day 4 will have in store for us. It's cloudy skies to start our day with an on and off drizzle. Definitely not the weather we had hoped for. As we drove further away from the bungalow, we found that it hadn't rained in other areas of the park. The forest roads were damp, and we pressed on. Our first encounter of the day was with a herd of elephants. This sighting was particularly special because the herd included a rare baby tusker alongside a much older tusker. Did you know that tuskers are incredibly rare in Sri Lanka? Less than 7% of male elephants here develop tusks, making every sighting of a tusker a unique experience. This rarity is due to genetic factors, and Sri Lankan tuskers are considered symbols of strength and heritage in the country. Not far from the tuskers, we got word that a leopard had been spotted resting on a tree. Leopards often climb trees to escape the heat or survey their territory. We were in the right place at the right time. The leopard finally came down, stretching gracefully before spraying its scent on the tree to mark its territory. It then disappeared into the bushes, leaving us in awe. Just when we thought the day could not get any better, we spotted Lucas again. This time, he was walking directly towards our jeep, as if he enjoyed the attention. Lucas took his time, sniffing the air and taking in the scents of the wild. He came incredibly close to our jeep, giving us an unparalleled view of his striking features. Nearby, we noticed a herd of deer grazing peacefully, completely unaware of Lucas's presence. It is a reminder to always stay vigilant in the wild because you never know what you might miss. But Lucas did not make a move for the deer. Varuna joked that Lucas might be a vegetarian today, having passed up such an easy opportunity when the prey was blissfully unaware of the predator nearby. It's moments like this that remind us of the unpredictability and the magic of the wild. This is Aligala, also known as Elephant Rock, named because its shape from the side that resembles a resting elephant. This spot has always been special to us. We've had some incredible leopard sightings here in the past. Today, however, our subject is not a leopard but a majestic elephant, peacefully grazing among the leafless trees near the tank. We spent a good 45 minutes watching him, appreciating his calm yet powerful presence. As the afternoon wore on, we set off for what we hoped would be one last thrilling safari run to end our trip. But guess who showed up instead? Lucas. Our guy Lucas made yet another appearance. Were we following Lucas, or was Lucas following us? Sprawling out on the cool sand, completely at ease under the warm glow of the setting sun. Why do leopards do this? They often lie on cool surfaces to regulate their body temperature, especially after a long, warm day. Lucas would get up every now and then, stretch, give us a little stare, just enough to remind us who's boss, before flopping back down again. It was as if he knew he was the star of the show and wanted to give us one last performance before we ended our journey. With that, Our 4 days of safari come to an end. This adventure was filled with unforgettable leopard sightings, incredible wildlife, and breathtaking landscapes. But the real highlight of this trip wasn't just the animals or the scenery, it was the people. Good companions make all the difference when you're deep in the jungle. The jungle strips away the comforts of the modern world, and in doing so, it reveals the true nature of those you share it with. As the sun sets on this incredible journey, I hope this video inspires you to venture out, connect with nature, and create your own stories to tell.